Okay, this short little video is going to show you a couple things similar to what you'll see in the exam that I want to go over and make sure you'd be familiar with. It's something that we specifically didn't cover, and we danced around it a little bit, the first part that I'm going to show you, but then something related to forms that's not really covered the way I would like in this chapter. So I'm going to show you a couple hints to help you out with your exam or your capstone that you'll be doing. First off, I want to show you a couple things related to the agents and listings table. Notice that the agents numbers are right here, and those are those 7 agents that we dealt with before. And if you notice under listings over here, we had to type in what their number was. So I want to show you a way under listings, under design view. And if you'll remember, we did this in the when we were setting up tables in chapter 2, that we created a drop-down list, a combo box, using the lookup wizard where we typed in the possible choices. We did it with equipment, for instance, where we put in either a generator or a hand tool or the case might be. So another way of doing that, if you're pulling information from another table, for instance, this is our listing number where we typed in 103, for instance, but what if we wanted to pull that information from the agents table? Well, it's also the lookup, but it's a little bit different. You're going to have to do let me go in real quick, and I'm going to have to you'll do this before you create your relationship. Back to square one, and because this process also it creates a relationship for you. So right here's our listing agent number, and I'm going to change this to a lookup wizard. And remember, this is the one that said I will type the values that I want. That's what we did in our exercises in chapter 2. This time we're going to pull the information from another table, which is the agents table. So I choose next, and there's the agents table. And I want to pull it because it's the listing number, the listing agent on the agents table. That's the same as the employee number. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and add their first name and last name on the lookup wizard so you can see what that looks like. On that drop down, I'm going to put it alphabetical by, not by first name, by last name. And this is what it's going to look like. Okay. Notice on this one, it's not showing the key field, which is that, and we'll keep it this way because all we need to see is their names. And enable data integrity, this is the part that's creating that relationship, okay? And I'll go ahead and restrict delete. We'll call it that. And save. So what this does is, if you look over here, and I actually kind of set this one up wrong, I pulled back the agent name. But if you set it up the way it is, I can choose whichever agent that I want. And I actually should have kept that one hidden key probably showing to be able to do that. But that's essentially what you do, and they give to you. It just, instead of saying type your own, you're going to be creating one pulled from another table. So I'm going to give you some hints on how to do that little wizard, and again, create relationships tied to that other table. Now, another part is related to when you're creating a form. And so one of the things that you can do within forms is, if I'm going to create a form wizard, let's say I'm going to create a form that shows my agent's information, so I include all of that. But I also want to, at the same time, pull some information about their particular listing. So it's really similar, like when you click the plus sign in the tables, it shows information from the other table. So let's say for each agent, I want to know the listing ID, the list price, the address, and the square footage. Okay, just those 4 fields. When I choose all the fields, and notice I did choose fields from each particular table, so I've got 2 different tables I'm using right here. You'll get this option that says, how do you want to view your data, by agents or by listings? Well, I want the top part to show me my agent's information, and my sub form, that's this area, is going to show me the information about their particular listing. So if Simon Beddoe had 4 listings, out of the 57, those 4 would show up in the subform. So that's what we want. We want form with subform. I choose next, then we'll just make the subform data sheet. That's what you'll do on the exam as well. And you can change the name here, or we can change it in layout view here in just a minute. And that's it. When we do it, this is a form with a subform down below. And you'll notice down here, if I wanted to go to layout view, I could change the name of this. I could call it listings subform if I wanted. You can also select this, and I could resize that, make sure I could read everything. Okay, and that's about that you'll have to do. And you'll notice that as I go through this, I can switch there and see everything. I can also, within the subform, look at the different listings that way. Okay, if you make a mistake, you just kind of delete the form and you redo it. Okay, so that's the 2 major hints that I saw on the test. Otherwise, you're going to be creating a database from scratch, the tables. You'll be doing these forms and some reports and so forth. Just follow directions very carefully. Be very tedious with your spelling. And again, you've got more than setting to get that done. You just need to get it done before the deadline. Good luck, and hopefully this will help you out.